this looks so much better. When I was 14, I started a series called Road to My Dream Gaming Setup, where I slowly took my room looking like this to this. It's been an amazing journey. The 15 episodes and the 6 room tours have amassed over 4.5 million views. Thank you guys. And I love my setup, don't get me wrong, but today I want to solve 3 big problems I have with it. The empty space, that's these 2 areas. It just feels like something is missing. The blank walls, mainly this one, and the lack of personality. I have some stuff, but I really want to make my setup unique to me. But lastly, there's one big absence. There's no 100K plaque. If you don't know, I'm doing a challenge where I try to hit 100K in 100 days. And if I don't hit it by the end of August, I'm quitting YouTube forever. So a subscription would mean a lot. Back to the video. So let's begin to plan. Let's start with solving the first problem, the empty space. While searching for ways to transform my setup, I came across this game on Steam called My Dream Setup. It lets you model your room and brainstorm changes, which is exactly what I needed. So this is my current room. It's not super accurate, obviously, but it's good enough. The 2 areas I'm trying to fill are this corner and this corner. I could get a treadmill. Imagine getting a vending machine in my setup. Oh my god, now this would be the dream setup. You know what? I should just get some furniture. I think some pieces like these would look really cool. So let's go get them. More than I could chew. To fill this space, I got the IKEA Calyx. It's clean, minimalist, and great for displaying items. To fill this corner, I got the IKEA Lack. It looks really good and it fits perfectly. And I also got the IKEA Feshka.
What is up, vlog? Here we got a man who will spend $80 on anything, including an artificial plant.
Now we have to do something about the walls. This wall is already pretty cool. I've got some acoustic foam, some decorations, some nano leaves, and a vaporwave poster since I love vaporwave. But this wall has nothing. To solve this problem, I started with doing some research, looking at other setups for inspiration and ideas. And I decided on this wall clock from Amazon, these Govi Glide wall lights, these nano leaf hexagons, and I'm also going to add another one of these acoustic foam lines. With these 4 things, this wall should look beautiful. Finally, let's solve the third problem, the lack of personality. Thankfully, I have a lot of crap that I've collected over the years, so this problem won't be that expensive. There is one really random thing I want to get, a Yoshi plushie, because come on. It's Yoshi. There's also one final thing, a part of me that isn't really shown in my room. Movies. I love movies. I'm even going to college to study film right now, which is a great, incredible major that's gonna pay really well. But I've got an idea to show that part of me in this room. Display, not sponsored, I wish. I wanna pick out one poster for each of my 3 favorite movies. So let's do this one for The Social Network, this one for Arrival, and this one for Donnie Darko. I'll also get some masking tape. And now we wait. It's Yoshi and the wall clock. This is hype, but now that I think about it, I should probably build the furniture first so I can start putting the decorations on them. So let's do that. Overall, the building process wasn't that bad, except the part I realized that I was building the whole thing wrong. Fucking stupid, bro. But eventually I did it. Ta-da! Now we build that. And even though the second piece was much bigger, it was much easier. Boom. Now we can go ahead and add everything and finally add some much needed personality. This is gonna sound super corny, but I seriously think adding personality to your setup is one of the most important things. Anyone can buy the same keyboard or mouse or monitor, but there's only one you, so that should be shown in your setup. So here's some of the things I decided to show in mine. The first microphone and camera I bought for YouTube. Some Star Wars Legos my dad got me for Christmas. Cards of my favorite soccer players. My favorite Pokemon cards. And of course, my favorite Mario character, Yoshi. Now we can begin decorating the walls, starting with the acoustic foam. I'm actually super happy with how the acoustic foam turned out. I think it looks great and it matches perfectly with my other wall. Let's keep decorating the wall. The Govi Glide. Once again, this is not sponsored. I've actually been approached by Govi a couple times, a couple years ago, for a sponsorship, but I never applied. The segments, the charger, and the connectors. And of course, some manuals. I think the really tricky part is going to figure out which design I'm ultimately going to go for, but I'll decide that a little later. For now, let's just keep unboxing. Next up, the wall clock. Mounting gear and cable, which by the way is one of the flimsiest and skinniest cables I've ever seen in my life. And the clock itself. And last but not least, don't look at my address. Nanoleaf. I already have some Nanoleaf triangles, but these are the Nanoleaf hexagons. I love my Nanoleaf triangles, so I'm expecting something similar. Manual, tape, the connectors, the hexagons, and the power bank. Now we gotta take all of this and put it on my walls. Assembling the Gobi lights was a little challenging. It was hard to visualize how it was all going to look before actually attaching them onto the wall. But eventually I just went for it. This connector cannot attach right there. It has to be attached over there. So I gotta change it all. So I tried again, and this time I did it right. That looks so badass. I was kind of skeptical about the design, but I'm pretty happy with it actually. Once it lit up, it looked way better. For now, I'll just leave it in this scene since it has all my colors, but I'll probably change it later. Assembling the Nanoleaf hexagons was rough, mostly due to my own stupidity, but eventually I got it. And then I found out these things have a music feature. Hey! Whoa! Assembling the wall clock was much easier and much quicker. Boom. It's insane how much this wall just completely transformed the aesthetic of this entire room. And finally, the last package. The movie posters. Each one has their little magnet. This looks so sick. Here's the Arrival one, here's the Social Network one, and here's the Donnie Darko one. This is the last thing I'm going to be adding to my walls, and I think it'd be pretty cool if they went in this area right here. Mounting the posters was super easy. I am absolutely in love with these. It's probably just because I love the movies, but they look so cool. And that's it. Oh wait, there's one more package. That's right, the masking tape. You might be confused why I bought black masking tape from Amazon, but I have a very important reason. I mentioned it earlier in this video, but I'm trying to reach 100,000 subscribers by the end of August. And if I don't get there, I'm going to quit YouTube forever. But since I know that won't happen, because I will definitely hit 100K, yeah, I want to leave some space on my wall for my plaque. So I'm going to outline with masking tape the exact dimensions of the 100K plaque to mark where it's going to go and serve as a constant reminder of what my goal is. And that's all the changes. It's insane how much the difference the minor things can make. The furniture pieces look great. I love their minimalist style, and it's the perfect way for me to add some much needed personality to the room. And also, who doesn't like some plants? On the wall, everything looks really clean. I'm really impressed by the Gobi lights. It's honestly probably my favorite addition of this entire video. I was a little skeptical, but they look sick. The Nanoleafs look great. I'm a little mad at them just because it was such a pain setting them up for some reason, but they look good. I am absolutely in love with the posters too. If you haven't seen all the movies, please watch them. The Social Network is an amazing drama. Arrival is one of the best sci-fi films ever made. And Donnie Darko is... it's crazy. The acoustic film 2 was such a pain in the ass. I could make a whole separate video on why it was such a nightmare. It was probably my fault, but yeah, it should not have been that hard, but it took me a really long time, and just everything went wrong with the tape, and then I accidentally, you know, spilled water on my mouse moving my desk, and it was bad. The wall clock looks pretty cool too. It's obviously not the most useful thing. I've got my phone and my computer right in front of me, but it's cool. In total, after everything, I spent about $755, maybe a little more just because I had to buy a couple random things too. And I know that's a lot of money, but these are changes that I've been wanting to make to my room for a really long time, and since I'm coming back to YouTube, it just felt like the perfect time to do them. And I'm also just so happy with the room. It just feels so much more cozier now. Next, I think I'm going to be making some little changes to my PC. Wink, wink. But that's for next episode. Peace.